There's no point getting traffic if you can't write an email that converts. We must not ever forget that the other element of success in this business is writing your emails that converts. Strategies, mindset, anything that's going to help us to increase the income of our business. In today's topic, I'm going to talk about the subject line. Because why? It doesn't matter how good your content is, right? If your subject line is poor, no one is going to open that email. Does it make sense? Okay? If your subject line is poor, you're not going to get anyone opening your email. So, no matter how good your content is, you spend 1 hour writing that email, if no one opens it, what good is there, right? So now, guys, basically a subject line has got some relation to do with the level of importance, okay? So, if something's work related, something that's super urgent and serious with work, then definitely they're going to open it, right? If it's intriguing, okay, if it intrigues their curiosity, they're going to open it. If it sparks their interest, if it's something that they are already keen about, right, they're going to open their email. And last of all is involvement, right? If it's something that's exclusive to them, okay, they're definitely going to open their email because it's just for them. Does it make sense? So we want to keep the subject line below 50 characters if that's possible, right? And we want to keep it short and sweet. There's a science behind subject lines, right? There's a science, there's a trigger, there's a formula behind subject lines, okay? And in today's topic, we're going to talk about all 9 different formula, okay? So you want to take down notes. You want to make sure that you have your pen and paper ready, because I'm going to show you guys what are the 9 different subject lines that you can use. Over the past years that I have been in this business, these are the 9 that has stayed true. These are the 9 that have been working, okay? And therefore, right, it's I'm going to hand all these data to you, and it's up to you to consume them, right? So now the first one, how-to formula, okay? The how-to formula. Now the how-to formula focuses on the benefit or the value with this formula, right, for the subject lines, okay? So benefit and value, okay? So you can start off with, this one. Start off with an attention grabber first, okay? And then a how-to, right? Avoid the pain or to gain a pleasure, okay? I'm going to go into details after this, right? Next one, it can be, how an average person, or how Shawn, right? How Shawn writes good copies, how Shawn does amazing thing, and Shawn can be an average Joe, right? So it can be how this average person creates $500 per day. You can also add in this, right? It says how to, right, get the amazing result that you want without experiencing the unpleasant thing, okay? So it can be, how to generate daily commissions without knowing any tech knowledge. Okay, so it can be something simple like that, right? And this how-to formula is super effective, okay? So for example, right, Nickelback is back. How to avoid waking up with their songs in your head, right? It can also be how Elon Musk sleeps. Okay, Nikola Tesla would be proud, right? How to make daily commissions without hard work. Okay, so it's a very simple formula. The second one is the data formula. Okay, guys. Okay, what people tend to like are all the really sophisticated stuff. It's just funny that the human mind is just wired to look at numbers first, to look at funny figures first. Funny figures is something like this: the percentage sign, the dollar sign, right? The exclamation mark, right? People are just wired to look at these things first, okay? And they are attracted to it, right? Because it sounds more sophisticated. It sounds like there's tons of wisdom in there. It sounds like someone has done the homework for you, okay? And it basically becomes a really good subject line, okay? So now the next one is the data formula. So it can be a simple thing like, why 19% of Harvard graduates can't find work, right? And the thing is, it's so specific, 19%. So wouldn't you be interested to find out why is it 19%? Wouldn't you be keen to know how this guy got this number 19%, right? And next can be, USA is rated the worst of 20 countries on 14 equal points, right? So you see, just simple numbers, 20 countries, 14 equal points, right? Simple numbers, right? Makes people want to click onto it. The third one is the inquiry formula, okay? So inquiry formula is basically asking a question, right? So when you ask a question, it usually triggers curiosity. So the 5W and 1H comes into play here, right? Who, what, when, where, why, and how, right? It comes into play into the inquiry formula when it comes to your subject line. Now, it can be simple things like, what were you thinking, right? Where have all the good people gone? Why did you not open up? Do you hate me? Are you whatever name it is, all right? So guys, these inquiry formula basically are it kind of is like an open it's an open question, and if you want an answer to an open question, you want to do an action. You want to make sure that there's an action for you to figure out where this question is leading you to, right? And therefore, if you are someone who reads an inquiry formula subject line, chances are you're going to open it because you want to know what the answers are, or you want to know where this is leading you to. So this is where you have opened the loop, and in order for you to close the loop, you need to read into what the contents are. Does it make sense? Right? So the inquiry formula is very powerful. Okay. So what I recommend you to do is to mix and match, right, your subject lines every single day. Right? Try different things. See what kind of subject lines work well for you. The fourth one, right? It's called the open loop. Okay. So the open loop, right, is basically a concept that creates curiosity, so that your readers wants to open it up to close the loop. Okay. So how this works is this, right? We don't give out all the information on the outside, right? We don't give out all the information. We want to make sure that we give out just enough for someone to be curious enough to want to come and pursue you. So you want to create enough curiosity so that your readers want to open it, all right, to pique their interest, okay? But never giving out as much information as you know, okay? And if the readers don't click it, they will never know, right? So basically, some examples are these, right? Subject lines like, I've got a surprise for you, Shawn, right? I've got a surprise for you, Ernest, right? So I've got a surprise for you. If you want to know what a surprise is, you will have to click into it, isn't it? Okay, so that's basically an open loop strategy. Okay, other examples are like this. In case you haven't heard, ... Okay, if you want to know what is it, you need to open the email, right? Your Sunday's gift, right? Think about it. Your Sunday's gift. Wow, what is the gift? You got to open up, right? Next one, you should see this, and you end it there, right? Anyone who reads this will want to know what this is, isn't it? Okay, so basically, yeah, that's the open loop strategy. Okay, so we have a question coming in saying, for most success on your own, Shawn, do you combine more than one? So for myself, I use so many different types of subject lines, but it all falls into all these 9 categories, right? So there's no hard and fast rule to whichever subject line works the best. Okay.